My hair cut way too short and the beard cut too short. I'm not liking it yet.
I
It's
like it, though. It looks nice.
It's all right. I look a little older, but it's okay. I'm getting
Oh,
used to
I
it.
don't think
Okay.
you do, but I understand the way we perceive ourselves. Yeah, always way different.
There you go. All right. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Bears of a Certain Age with your favorite podcast bears. There's Johnny. I'm Scott. Nice to see everyone.
Well,
Johnny, how we doing, buddy?
what was that? How am I
I said,
doing?
are you ready? Are you ready for the ho 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 holiday season
Hell
yet?
no. I was talking to a friend today, and I said the fact that this year I'm not angry at the holidays and that I enjoy spending time with my family because I don't do the holidays. I don't love them.
Right.
But it's been nice to be with family. So I'm a little less grinchy this year. But so we survived, part of them, and the rest is
Yeah,
just
we're recording this right after Thanksgiving, a couple days
yeah.
after Thanksgiving, about a week after Thanksgiving.
Yep.
So talk about what did you end up doing?
It was it was a mixed bag. I ended up getting an abscessed tooth the
Oh,
Monday before Thanksgiving. And actually it was the Friday before. But I couldn't get in to see a dentist the Friday before. And so I had to do a photo shoot on one of the days, and I had to do a live show the other day. And my face is swelling, and I'm in so much pain. And I'm like, in this business, if you're in media, you figure a way to keep going. So I did a 4-hour photo shoot, just
oh my gosh.
dying. And then I spent about 2.5 hours at a live show. And the person that was with me at the live show was like, "Can you do this?" I'm like, "I don't want to, but just wait. When you're in media, there's a switch you flip. And
Right.
then you don't even think about it for that time because it's like performing. So didn't
Exactly.
notice it, but I had a friend of mine was coming to be in the audience and they said, "Do you need anything?" And I jokingly said, "I need Q-tips, I need some moonshine and a hammer." And he showed up with a baggie with all of it. So
I love it. Oh, that's great.
yeah, and so it was interesting. So we ended up having to do an emergency on Monday. They had to pull it,
Oh
emergency pull,
no.
and the doctor said you were about 1 day away from the hospital. But can I tell you? And so when I go, I couldn't have Thanksgiving dinner. I could have mashed potatoes by then. And I said, you know what's funny? I don't know if this is being older. I don't care about the food. I was just excited to not be in pain and be able to see my family. That was all
I
I needed.
bet.
So it ended up being a nice time. Other than it was weird. And then I had to sleep on my mom's floor. And she doesn't do heat at her age anymore. She
Oh
doesn't want it.
no.
And so I'm in her office and I'm on what she calls an air mattress. And that I like to say it started as an air mattress, and then by about midnight, it's just you on the floor. And there's none of the heat, and it was really cold. So I couldn't sleep anyway because I was freezing to death. But
Oh
then
my
just by
gosh.
doing that, get to this age, just sleeping on the floor for 2 nights and I threw my back out. So I was like, this is what getting older is about. But I still
I'm
had a great
telling you.
time. Glad I went. Super fun.
At a certain age is a sucky age sometimes, I'll
Thank
tell you,
you.
right?
And it changes depending on the day. So what did you do?
Can I tell you? I mean, I'm almost embarrassed to say because you know me, I am just the holiday bear. Thanksgiving and Christmas is
Yes.
my time. I'm not any of the other holidays. Thanksgiving and Christmas, I don't know what's wrong. I don't feel it this year at all. My
Really?
mom doesn't feel this way at all. I bought a ham,
Yeah.
um, and then like Monday before Thanksgiving, and Wednesday it's like I don't feel like cooking. I'm just not in the mood. We
You?
went out to Bob Evans for Thanksgiving dinner. We
What?
went to the restaurant, which is basically like a fancy
Yeah.
Perkins Dennis
Yeah.
back here, right? So we went to Bob Evans for dinner. I ended up cooking the ham Friday, so I cooked the ham. I thought, well, we'll go out to dinner on Thanksgiving, and then Friday I'll cook the ham, and then Saturday we'll make all the side dishes and have Thanksgiving dinner on the
Right.
weekend, right?
Yeah.
So we went out to dinner Thursday. Friday I did cook the ham. Nice ham. I found a great ham. I was very excited. But then Saturday, it's like I was invited to go out to Pittsburgh and do some things to help out with a fundraiser out there for an LGBT center. I said, okay, I'll do that. I'm not going
Yeah.
to cook then. Then Sunday came, didn't feel like cooking then. Have not cooked a damn thing for a week. And then the decorations I brought out, 2 weeks ago, you and I
Yeah.
talked about, have not put up one decoration.
What
I put
changed?
away all my fall decorations and
Yeah.
have not put up one Christmas. They're sitting in my office, just sitting there.
What changed, do you think?
I don't know what it is, if I've just become lazier than hell or if I just
I
am
feel
one of
like
those not in the mood ones.
I've seen you do a lot of things, and I don't think lazy is in there. But that's interesting to me because you are always gung ho, and you have been up until now. Do you think so? I know. So you're super busy. Like you do a ton of interviews. Is that different than last year? Do you do more than
I
last
think
year?
so, yeah. Well, it's way different from last year because I wasn't doing the podcast last year. That was part of my
Like
second year off.
sometimes
So, yeah.
that can play a part
So
when
I
you.
think it is. I have been very busy. November I did good. I took off. I just did one interview every day, Thursday, Friday, my normal
Yeah.
things. So it was just 2 days a week, which was fine. Then I don't know what happened to me. I overbooked again for December, and all of a sudden I'm back into the
Right.
2 a day every Thursday, Friday. I have 14 interviews set up and 2 more to do.
Now, be careful. You don't want to not have something for Christmas.
Well, if I play my cards right, I don't act stupid. I have enough interviews set up where all I have to do, I have no more interviews scheduled.
Yeah.
And I have enough for 2 interviews a day all the way through Christmas. So I don't have to do another interview till January if I don't want.
Yep.
But I have 3 high profile ones that may come in. So we'll see what happens.
Those are the best and the worst. They're the worst for your schedule, but a great thing to have. Yeah.
Right, exactly, right?
Oh
So
God, well, I
so
hope
it's,
that
I didn't even this is how bad my holiday season is. I have seen 3 Christmas movies.
Oh, see,
3.
everything
This
you're
year
saying,
I'm usually about 15 in by now. So
everything you're saying is just my baseline. So,
yeah.
for you, that's a big difference,
For
especially
me,
holiday
it's
movies.
different.
Yeah.
I think I'm just I've told you I'm starting to watch a lot of movies lately, and that's kind of getting into it. I told you I got accepted into that GALECA,
Yeah.
which is Gay and Lesbian Entertainment Critics Association,
Mm-hmm.
GALECA. Well, and I thought it's quite an honor, and I'm very excited. And I thought they do 3 award shows a year that kind of go with the Academy. We do
Yeah.
a theater award, a television award, and a movie award. So sort of
Yeah.
like a Tony, Oscar, Emmy type thing. So I just thought that we would just pick out movies we like, right?
Right.
I am all of a sudden, Johnny, on this mailing list, and I am getting swag like you won't. I feel like I am a freaking
Brilliant.
celebrity. It's
That,
I have brought a couple things down because I'm not trying to
that's
brag, but I'm
exciting.
feeling like a fancy son of a gun.
Yeah. Well, you
So
get
like
also
this
you get
came in the mail today. This is how these are just selling these out free. I don't know who these people are.
yeah.
Never talked to them before. So
Well, yeah.
today I received this little thing. It's a
Fancy.
pull-out book, and it's 16 different CDs of movies to watch,
That's amazing.
all with different movies.
Wow.
So this is a fancy thing. Naiad, the movie we talked about with
Yeah.
Jodie Foster and Annette Bening, right? About the
Yeah.
swimmer, the gay swimmer. I got a nice little thing for here. I got a big blanket from them. I got
And
their DVDs and their song. I have 45 DVDs strung through the house. I've got 45 DVDs so far. Have you seen the Rustin movie yet on Netflix?
No, but I'm dying to see it. Yeah. It looks amazing.
Saw it. I saw it Thanksgiving night.
Yeah.
Look at the book they sent me.
I saw that on your Instagram. That's crazy.
It's amazing. I didn't really know the story.
Yeah.
Dustin Lance Bass is one of the co-writers on it.
Right.
You got to watch the movie on Netflix. It's absolutely amazing. I saw it on Thanksgiving Day.
It's historic for the queer community, so I hope all the queer people are supporting it so that we can push that up. But I have to say, I need to up my game. So maybe I don't need to relax as much as I am because I need to get myself in there. Except, can I tell you, you're saying all of these movies and all these CDs, and my first thought is, oh, I don't got time for that. But it's so exciting. I have a
It's
friend.
exciting. I just like getting this stuff. Well, luckily for you, I mean, you turned me on to your entertainment critic, and I'm kind of
Yeah,
farming some of the stuff out.
listen,
So
he
thank
is
God for Nathan. I kind of sent him some stuff, and
yeah, he
he's
is a
looking it over, and he's
cinephile.
going to help me go through this
Yeah,
because I don't have the time. Like I said, I have literally 45
right.
DVDs on the floor. I don't
He
have time to watch 45
Yeah, he's a
DVDs.
movie whore. He's a cinephile that is insane, and I love it. We were roommates back in the day, and I bought him the most gigantic book of the best movies to ever discuss, and he
Nice.
goes through it one movie at a time because he wants to. Like I said, I think I've talked to him about on the show before. Talked about him how every Sunday for the past 15 years, every Sunday is movie day, and you just know Nathan's going to disappear because he's going to go with his little notebook and he's going to go to a movie.
Right.
And his fiance knows that he's going to lose his fiance for a day, and that's just. But I will tell you, I went and saw what was that Harry Styles movie? Just came out last year.
Policeman?
No, oh, so good. No, the one with his girlfriend directed it. Oh,
Ooh, I don't know that one. I saw the Policeman, but I don't know the another one.
Policeman was great. Loved it. It got mixed reviews, but I saw it with Nathan, and this is what I loved the movie. A lot of people hated it, and I'm like, haters,
Okay.
whatever. But you will have go to the movies with a critic. You have the best conversation out of
I
it, and
bet.
that's what I loved. And even though he knows way more than I do, it was fun. He lets you do it. So I'm glad I connected you two, but I can guarantee, is so jealous that because he could watch movies 24/7 because he loves them so much. So he was very
Well,
excited that he got to talk to you. He sent me an email. So
he's a very nice guy. We haven't really done anything. I sent him like 20 links of screeners, and
right,
I'm showing him all my DVDs. Said, "What do you want me to mail to you?" Because
right,
I'm not going to go through it. There's a couple I really want to see, but there's not a
right.
lot that I'm dying to see.
And
I feel bad because I do have to vote on them, so I do have to kind
yeah,
of
yeah, I
communicate
know.
his
You're
opinion.
fans.
And everything. I
It
don't want to
is
do it
like
based on swag. I want to do it based on actual
Right.
good
It is
movie,
like
right?
the Emmys or the Oscars because they always send out the gift bags, to get you to watch their movie. But I have to say, with Nathan, he's the straightest gay man I've ever known. Um, and he's from Oklahoma, and I lived in Oklahoma for a while. I have family down in Oklahoma. And he's got this, when he really wants to be Southern, his voice is lower, anyways. And then it goes lower. And my favorite thing, it was me and my dachshund at the time, Roscoe, and him living in an apartment in North Hollywood. And he would say weird shit. I have a list because it was always, he said, that's about as useful as tits on a warthog. And I was like, who the hell are you? But he's so Oklahoma that it doesn't get more. So, fun guy, you're going to enjoy knowing him. I can definitely say that.
It's fun. I'm looking forward to getting through it. Like I said, it's fun getting all the fun stuff, but it's just overwhelming to me too. It's like
It would be, but I love
it's
the swag for you. I love
yeah,
that you get
it's
swag.
fun. It's
Yeah.
fun. I
We
feel
all
like a
know
little mini celebrity.
in this, I mentioned it earlier, in media, we all know the give and take of it, and for people like you and I who enjoy the work, there is a lot that you have to do to continue that work, but there's a little bit of joy in it anyways, but it can get very overwhelming. Well, that's why this time of year, I'm like, I don't want to host that and host that and host that. And, you learn kind of,
Yeah,
because I'm going to
you really
keep
do.
it busy and as much as I can, but I do I'm learning to boundary myself. But you got to keep your face
Well, it's
out there.
important. I mean, the holidays too is a time where people get lonelier. I mean, there's not people that have a lot to do, right? People that are
Right,
retired, people that are just don't have family close by.
right.
So it's like we have to kind of pay attention to that side of it too. So it's good to be able. I mean, knock wood, we still have something we can do at this time,
Exactly.
right?
I'm like, it's do all of this or have a husband, and I really don't want one of those right now. So I'll keep myself busy. But there is another holiday that I consider a holiday. My dog turned 3 years old today, and that's a big holiday in our house. He is a very
That's exciting.
he's a very spoiled boy. Everybody loves him, and I love that for him. So yeah, I'm weird. Like, he is my kid, and so on birthdays, there's 3 coffee shops that love him and give him treats. So we do all 3 coffee shops. And then he gets toys because he doesn't feel like he has enough toys. So I'll buy him toys, and then he gets walks all day. I mean, you got to spoil those babes.
I
Important,
love that. Do you take him through Petco and just kind of let him pick
right?
out his little present, or what do you do?
I would, but he is so high strung. I wonder where he gets that from. Not sure. He's so high strung that I can't do that. Like, he loves people, but if you give him too many people around, he needs them all to love him right then. So,
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha, gotcha.
it sounds like my 20s, to be honest. But you know, but that's it. That's a day in my house. My little 3-year-old. I love rescuing dogs. And he's my rescue. So there is, count your blessings and find your holidays, no matter what they are. Speaking
When
of,
you talk about your little pup and your brother and sister and mom,
yeah.
what kind of a shopping list do you have for the holidays?
Oh,
Do you
even
guys do a big gift exchange? Do you guys trade names, or
it's
how do you
very
guys do
weird.
gift
We
exchanges?
are not a bright family, and that everybody still shares lists, and I'm like, excuse me, there's a lot of us. So, like, I get creative and I'm like, well, this either you guys get a family gift or you get a couple's gift, and then I'll buy for the nieces and nephews, the littler ones. Because and I think everybody feels it. Oh, it's just a lot. So do you guys draw names on your end?
We don't even do that. I mean, we rarely. I'm so spoiled that, like I said, unless I'm dating, I would when my nephews and were younger and everything, I would mail stuff to them, and it's for
Right.
the kids. For me, I think it's
Yeah.
fun for the kids. For adults, it's like we buy what we want when we want. I don't need
Thank
anything.
you.
I'm just gonna get it usually before you have a chance to buy it for me.
Right.
So
And to be
I'm
honest, one of the reasons, other than all the baggage that comes with the holidays when you're queer, but one of the reasons I don't love it is the pressure is too much. Because honestly, I would be thrilled just to spend time. That's why Thanksgiving is nice. It's just time with food and family. I'm down for that. You know what I mean?
Are you a good shopper? Do you like to shop?
I hate it. So I will say this. So I have the stylist now, and he's teaching me to not hate shopping. Now it's a rough go. I don't love it. Give me some Amazon in my house. I do love buying things for people. I like doing that. But I was even telling my brother's like, I need your Christmas list. I'm like, I don't ever think about think. I don't. I'm with you. I would much rather the little kids get it. I'm down. Um, but I do love my siblings and my mom and all. So of course I'll buy for them. But I really do wish it wasn't about. But I feel like that's what we've done in our culture to everything. Valentine's Day is pressure. Everything's pressure. And I'm just
Right.
like, who needs that? I am grateful for the people I surround myself with. I am grateful for the things I do in life. That's enough for me. And then if I
Right. Yeah.
need something, then I'll worry about it. You know what I mean? But it doesn't have to be. But I don't begrudge it from my family if it's something they get joy from. So I will try, and they also don't expect anything. But I think that's where expectations, you need to manage expectations. Listen, and if you're in my life, and if you want to date me, you better start managing expectations now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's start that, set the bar low. We're good. We're good to go.
I'm saying if they give me a hint they want something for Christmas, or just tell me flat out they
Right.
want something for Christmas and a specific thing, I'll do that. If
Yeah.
I find something that reminds me of them that just happens to find, I'll get that. Other than that, let's have a game night. Let's just, like you said, have a
Yeah.
meal. Let's just relax and enjoy.
Great.
I used to be really bad because I used to buy lots of gifts.
Yeah.
But my problem is I learned from my dad that I'm a cheap ass bastard. And so I would go around and I would go to all the stores and find everything that I like. And then I'd spend the next 3 weeks going to other stores to try to find them cheaper until they were sold out and I couldn't get
Oh,
them.
no
So
thanks.
I would drive myself crazy every year because I was so cheap. It's like, you see it, buy it. It's like, no, I can get it cheaper somewhere else. And I
Right.
go somewhere else and it's not cheaper, or it's not there anymore.
What I love back in the old days when like my siblings were just married, and so you have to go through the whole share people. Now we're at the age where it's like, who cares? But where you share with the in-laws or whatever. My favorite thing is back then, my mom would decide we didn't have Christmas until January, which I thought was the smartest thing in the world, because do you know how many sales happen after
That's
we
brilliant.
saved
Yes.
so much money? But speaking of which, did you hear that whole fiasco? Talk about sales, where how many stores were fake sales? They would say things were marked down, but it would be the same price. And that was going around everywhere this year. So many places got in trouble for it. I'm like, see, another reason. Have we
I
not
think they
seen?
do that. They mark up the
Yeah,
prices and put them on sale. It goes back to exactly where it was before.
exactly. My favorite. It reminds me of my favorite. I have to say, favorite Christmas movie. I do have one, and it's the live-action Grinch with Jim Carrey. I love that. And remember, it's all they have that scene where everybody's buying, and it's all about. And I'm like, see, this is what I think. We don't need to do that. Let's not give in to the people who are pulling the strings, because they are going to screw you over. So.
Right.
Yep.
Well, and then prices on everything. I got turned off this year to gift cards. I used to be a big gift card person.
Yeah.
If I couldn't think of anything I really need to give, I'd get a nice gift card, right? Gift cards aren't worth shit anymore. Someone gave me a $50 Dick's Sporting Goods because I am Mr. Sports Ball, right? Of course,
Yeah.
you think of me, you think of Dick's Sporting Goods. Yeah. But anyway, so I got a $50 Dick's Sporting Goods for, I don't even know who gave it to me or why, but they gave it to me a while back. So I thought, well, I'll go in and maybe I'll find some nice hats or a pair of shoes or something like that.
Oh God, no.
$50, Johnny. I bought myself 4 pairs of Christmas socks. My mom 6 pairs of Nike socks. And that's it. And that was $49.98. I had to pay the tax on it. It was ridiculous.
Had a conversation about Dick's Sporting Goods today because they were talking about how they went in there and everything is astronomical.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so you're right. So gift cards, I mean, if you look at it, it's the same thing. Our money doesn't have as much value this year at all. And gift cards are very much the same.
That's what I'm saying. I thought a $50 gift card would get you something nice, but 10 pair of socks, that's who cares about that?
A few years ago, it would have stretched farther. Anymore, right. I'm like, no, you can't get anything. I'm so tired of being told by the government that our economy isn't in a recession, because I don't know if they've looked lately, but the rest of us are wanting groceries to go on sale,
Right.
Yeah. So it's so crazy to me. I try very hard to stay less grumpy and have a positive attitude, but sometimes that's difficult. Yeah.
I'm happy I haven't crossed over into grumpy territory yet, but I'm definitely not festive. I'm not my festive self. So, but it's okay. I mean, it's quick. It's coming by quick, and there's stuff to do. And
right.
Luckily, we don't have to travel that much. So, with my one brother in California, my other brother in South Carolina, and me in Ohio, it's like we have to really plan if we're going to get together. So we don't get together that often. I don't think we've had the 3 of us in one state since my dad died 6 years ago. Yeah. It's like we just haven't. Hard to coordinate it all.
You span the whole U.S. that way. You're like right, the middle and left, all of it right there. It's crazy.
Oh, did I tell you I found us a place to retire in Palm Springs?
No, I need to know this.
Oh, I'm so excited, saying with my most sarcastic voice possible. This place is called Living Out LGBTQ plus Retirement Community Palm Springs for 55 and up. So you almost qualify, but we can sneak in.
There.
I qualify. It's a Living Out retirement community. It includes there's a little restaurant by Chef Susan Feniger, which is a really good chef. I like her a lot. Nice. But there's a restaurant on site that you get a continental breakfast at every morning. There's a state-of-the-art fitness center, a massage studio, a community card room, designed art studio, a dog park, which you would like.
Oh, shit. And this is going to
all utilities are included except for phone. You get weekly housekeeping services. You get transportation to and from local places. So I thought, we got it. You and I are moving to Palm Springs. We found it. We're going to share a house for a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath den apartment. It's only $6,400 to $8,500 a month.
Are you serious? Oh, no.
Can you believe that?
That
I
is
mean, that's a lot of amenities, but can you imagine paying
well,
$4,500 a month for a two-bedroom?
no. And it's like, I want to afford that, but there ain't no way. I'm going to start getting into elderly porn. Maybe that'll make some money.
I mean, I remember I've done this semi-retirement now for 6 years since I've been taking care of my mom and dad.
Right?
So my Social Security's gone.
Oh,
It
yeah.
wasn't that big to begin with. I might be getting 1,200 to 1,500 a month by the time I
If you're
finish
lucky.
not working, if I'm lucky. If I stay till 73 or whatever it happens to be,
Right?
God, I'm not
Oh,
gonna
my
know.
God.
I can't imagine paying 2,000 or 4,500 a month,
And
minimum to
you have
6,500 a
to,
month.
make a lot. You have to be in the Silicon Valley making tons in tech or be a movie star. I don't know who else is going to afford. That's a lot a month. So wait,
That's a
if
lot
it's
of money.
8,000 a year, so what is that? Like 92? Is it 92,000 a
Yeah,
year?
8 times 10 is 80, 96, $96,000
That
a year.
who I would like to just get paid that. But you have to
Who
make
makes that in
above that to
retirement?
make it
Who
work.
makes that in retirement? I just don't understand.
That's
So
where Tom Cruise and all those people are retiring. That's where it is.
I'll
You know,
keep looking for us, but I just don't think that's going to fit our
that's
budget.
that's where the
I'm
closet
trying. I'm trying to get
Hollywood
it to be roommates in Palm Springs.
right,
We got
right.
to find a budget.
That's the in the closet Hollywood gays. That's where they're going. So
There you go.
Tom Cruise is on their wait list right now, guaranteed.
Once we get your sitcom made and you're a big star, and then maybe we can
Yes,
do this.
from
So.
your mouth to the ears of whoever's listening. That's what I need to happen. I know it's so funny because so we are about to take a hiatus on our one show, just a brief break of the Queer Centric because we're focusing on all these things this year in hopes that something. But we're doing that. We're releasing. We just did that photo shoot I talked about, and so we do the 12 Gays of Christmas. Starts out the first, and then we finish. We go ahead and finish past Christmas with cards, but we have the
Right.
official. So I just went through. This is what I got to say. So we're doing that. We're hoping to shoot the sitcom next year. I'm putting together a variety show for next summer. Blah blah blah. One of these we hope is great, and people are like, "We love this. We want to give you money. Here's your money." But I have to tell you, I was talking to the models today, and I said, "Well, we took over 1,500 pictures that day, and luckily, Kurt went through them all and he pares them down, and then I'll go through whatever hundreds are left. So I don't, because I spent probably a good 6 hours yesterday having to go through, make notes, pick which ones were official. I can't look at myself that much. I cannot. Especially a body positive one. I'm like, I see this every day in the shower. I don't need to see what. Sometimes I'm not feeling great. So it is the worst thing for my psyche. I love me a photo shoot, but I like when it's done. And
My worst
so
nightmare. That would be. I would clutch my pearls, and that would be my
right.
worst nightmare.
And I'm with one of my models is this half naked, just Greek god, and I'm just like, listen, I love touching you, but I don't. And here's the thing, people. I know I am body positivity, sex positivity. I do support that. It does not mean it's easy in here. But these are the things. So we're taking a hiatus so we can start doing more of these,
Nice,
like stuff like
love
that. So we can start getting the sitcom ready to go. So, and why not? You want to shoot a sitcom, 13 episodes. Also, you should do a variety show, for fun. But you know what I blame? We were talking about biographies to read last time we were on, and I have been listening to my goddess Barbara Streisand read me her. It's 44 hours, and I don't care. She could talk to me forever, but she's the reason I'm the freak I am today of wanting to direct all these things and wanting to. And so as I'm listening, it's bringing that back up. And so what do? I text Kurt, hey, I want to do a variety show in August. Let's make this. Listen, for people who worry that the Queer Centric is on hiatus, it never really is. So don't worry. We're still going to be out there doing 80 things. It's just we slow down. We put the brakes on this version and we do I mean, I feel like you and I,
email podcast bears anytime. We're willing to travel. You
yeah,
can get us out.
exactly. I was going to say, I feel like you and I are wired similarly when it comes to deciding we want to do something and just figuring out a way to make it happen. So as I'm, turning into more of a, as Kurt would like to say, diva, as I'm listening to my diva, these are the projects. You have 8,000 things. You have, 80 movies, that has, I guarantee, is just the beginning. So, it's just you want to do shit. So you just
Well, we talked about it before too. Everything is cyclical, and especially in this business. Like when I first started out 8 years ago, there was not a lot of work for actors. It was all the big name, and so people started doing web series to kind of do
yeah,
their own work to get their name out. Then the pandemic happened, so people learned about doing Zooms and doing
yeah,
streaming. And I think we're learning again that if you want to create content, you need to do it yourself, right? And
yes,
so and you
well,
can't do it in a vacuum. You have to take the time to do it because if you just throw stuff together, it's not going to work. I mean, I was going to do. I mean, I'm so bad myself. I have my coffee talk scheduled for 3 times a week. I've done it 3 times out of 2.5 weeks
right.
because things just come up, right? You
The
have to find a way to dedicate
yeah,
yourself
the
to it.
thing that you do that I will not. I only schedule shows like during our hiatus. I'm still doing Bears of a Certain Age. I'm still doing our Mindful Mondays. Those things still happen. It's just this show is on pause. But
Right.
that's what it's like. Like, this is the thing you do that I won't do. I love that you do the coffee talk time, or we call ours coffee talk. But I refuse to tell people when. It's going to be a surprise every time because I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes it's
I think I
6:30 in
need
the
to switch
morning,
to
and I've got.
that.
Yeah, I'm just like, this will be our little. And I like to call it coffee talk, like back in the Linda Richman and Saturday Night Live. But I love that idea. But I will not.
Yeah, I don't like time specifics anymore.
No.
I'm letting myself and everybody else down. So it's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You
And
can't
I'd say
can't get caught there.
I'm kind of reformatting the way I'm doing things next year. I'm not going to change too much as far as what I do, but I'm going to kind of reformat and everything and try a
Right?
couple things. But I think you have to reinvent yourself from time to time, and you need to. I mean, we'll probably do something with bears too. You got to
Right?
kind of figure a way to keep a through line so people
Yeah.
understand who you
Exactly.
are and what you are,
I
but you don't
mean,
have to keep it the same, right?
did Madonna teach us nothing? It's always all about reinvention. But it also helps to keep us engaged in what we're doing. Like, it does, like you said, there's a through line, and then you just make fun things. I mean, yeah, I love that. But yeah, see, it's Barbara Streisand and Madonna. I learned from both of them. So, but it's
Exactly.
true. And I think in life that's true too. Sometimes you have to reinvent yourself.
Right.
Decide. Yeah, I think it's fun. Like, I love we've been very lucky lately to be getting a lot of attention, but I'll get emails. And listen, people keep emailing me. I love to hear from you. Some of you have some creative criticism, so I learned what I'll take or not. But, this idea that people share so openly with you. I did get a thing today that said someone liked my style, and I'm like, awesome. That actually is Christopher Lawrence's style. He just puts on me. And so, but you know what I mean?
I
People
can live
have,
off those compliments for a couple of weeks, so those are nice to
oh,
get.
I was grateful, so grateful. And I always answer back. But, people have a lot to say. I forget why I was telling you this, but, reinvention. That it's all about. So one of the things I got called out a little bit from a couple of people, because, my humor can be very self-deprecating.
Right.
It's just, I think it's the preacher's kid in me. And I enjoy, I embrace the ridiculous things that happen to me, like, having a tooth pulled before Thanksgiving and pulling I find those things funny, and I don't take any, but I was called out, actually a few times this week about people are very kind because when they like you, they don't want you to say shit like that. They want you to,
That's true.
and so my new reinvention for next year is to maybe a little less self-deprecating humor and a little more trusting in the confidence of humor.
There
So
you go. That's a
that's the
good thing.
new
Yeah,
reinvention for which you can reinvent yourself at any time. So I'm just waiting
exactly.
until the new year, get out the
And
jokes
it's
now.
also when it's always in a positive step like that, you can't go wrong. And if you slide back and everything, then you're good. But you've
Right?
proved yourself for that time. So I like that.
Right.
So,
So
and it's
it's
all
fun.
about yourself anyway. You're not doing it for anyone else. You're doing it for you.
Exactly. And I think that's the key. I really enjoy the feedback, and I like that they're reacting to just what I'm doing. That's how I create, and I like that. I haven't tried to change, you know. I mean, if it's constructive like this self-deprecating humor thing, I'm willing to take it. But I love that people react to us as we are. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's important. So yeah, so there.
I want to circle back to Christmas real quick before I forget, because I don't usually like to bring some other stuff, too much stuff from left to straight on here, but
Yeah,
I had an interesting interview that I want to share just because it is the holiday season and it's a great gift idea.
yeah.
But I talked to some new guests. I got invited to a Zoom call. Oh, I got to talk about that in a second. Remind me about my Zoom call for today.
Okay.
But I got invited to a Zoom call a week or so ago for a new movie called, it's a really short 20-minute documentary called Relighting Candles, the Timothy Sullivan Story.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I sat in on this and absolutely uplifting, amazing story. It's about this guy, Tim Sullivan, 84 years old now, still alive and kicking.
Nice.
At 40 years old, decided to give up alcohol. Alcohol was kind of ruining his life a little bit. Moved from New York to LA. Got sober. Decided to. A guy asked him to help him create some candles that someone wanted for a gift of some kind. He helped this guy create the candles. Found out he loved making these candles and turned it into a business. And
Nice.
so now he has this candle business that all of a sudden mushroomed. It's in West Hollywood, California. It's right. It used to be right off Sunset. Now it's on Sunset. 84 years old, been doing this for 24 years now. Turned into a booming business, but he does over like 17,000 candles every holiday season. And he
Wow.
employs homeless and addicted and people recovering people to
Wow.
help get all these candles out every
That's
Christmas time. And so
all.
these guys did this documentary, very, very moving. Melissa McCarthy and her husband Ben Falcone decided to executive produce it. So I
Wow.
got to talk to them on the Zoom call a week ago, and they were just so supportive. But if you're looking for a gift for the holiday season, go to this website. It's called Timothy J, spelled out Jay, TimothyJCandles.com,
Wow.
and you get these gorgeous candles, 26 different scents. You can buy the Melissa McCarthy and Ben Falcone candle. I
Ah,
love hers. Hers is called Suede. It's very much leather and
right.
woodsy smelling for her candle, but the name of it's Sweater Weather, which is really
Ah,
cute.
I love it.
And Ben's is called, I think, like Party Time or something, and his is a
Wow.
Blue Spruce. But it's a great story of someone really giving back
Yeah.
to the community, helping other people in recovery. And if you're looking for a great Christmas present to buy, go to this TimothyJCandles.com. It supports all these great people recovering from homelessness and addiction. And it's a moving documentary that should be out publicly probably in a few weeks. So it's not
That's
really a big public.
amazing. That sounds beautiful.
It's exciting.
Wow.
I'm buying a couple candles for there for
Yeah.
presents.
Also, it is. How do you not want a candle in your house called Sweater Weather? I want that in my house. Right? I love it.
Right?
I love her
Melissa
anyway.
McCarthy Sweater Weather sitting right on my shelf there. I love it.
That's brilliant. Oh
Smelling
well,
of
that's a
leather and
good cause. I love that. Yeah. And this is the listen. If we're gonna have to go shopping, do it that gives back. That's nice.
right,
Yeah.
right. And then my last thing I'll say, my Zoom call today, I got invited.
Yeah.
I'm getting the Zoom calls come with all the screeners and everything, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's doing these different things. But I was very excited today. We are this Friday. I mean, it's going to be past by the time this airs. I think we're going to air this a um, week from Wednesday. So it's going to be, I think it's like on the 4th or 5th of December. So it's going to
Yeah.
be past it. But World AIDS Day is this Friday. I'm going to be
Yep.
doing a little segment on it for my show. But they had a Zoom call today with the 3 members and the writer of the original cast of Longtime Companion. So
Oh,
I'm talking to Dermot Mulroney today. I'm talking to Davidson. What's his first name? All of a sudden, not Pete Davidson.
not Pete Davidson. No, that's different.
Anyway, but
That's amazing.
Dermot Mulroney was sobbing during the whole thing, bringing up the memories of what the AIDS conflict was all about and everything.
Yeah.
It was just the most beautiful Zoom call ever. I'll do a little post on it on
Yeah.
World AIDS Day.
And I
So
love
go
him.
back and look at that.
Yeah.
But that was like one of the first movies I saw that dealt with that, and it was a
Well,
gut punch back then.
back in the day when we were only offered movies that would make us feel terrible, but they're
Right.
important. But that was our only hope for movies was to be totally depressed. But such good subject matter that I think was my first movie to watch that had anything to do with queer people. And
Bruce
I love
Davidson.
that.
Sorry, Bruce Davidson
There you go.
and Dermot Mulroney. Okay, there we go.
Beautifully done, beautifully. I think it's an iconic film for people in our community. So definitely should, if you haven't seen it, especially the younger kids, definitely go watch. I always tell them, know your history, watch your movies, get back there, because that was crazy good movie. Yeah.
It's amazing. I will send the link. They recorded it today, so we're going to have it on a YouTube channel. So I'll make the link on their next show. But it was absolutely amazing chance to talk with all of them, and so heartfelt. And the writer, let me see, I might have it written down. Let me see. The writer's name was Craig Lucas. He's the one that wrote the film. And the 3 stars they had on was Bruce Davidson, Dermot Mulroney, and Stephen Caffrey was on. Of course, Campbell Scott was in it too. I used to be in love with Campbell Scott, right?
Dude, so are they re-releasing or what is happening?
I think it was just because of World AIDS Day. It was just a look back at it and everything. I don't know if they were doing an official re-release.
Yeah.
But it was just a great chance to talk about it. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Such an important movie back in the day.
Right, so important. There were so many good ones. Those were the movies that I used to manage a Blockbuster. That's how old I am. And I would bring movies home. And I remember I was still living with my parents at the time. And I left the movie. These are not pornographic films. I left the movie on the coffee table, and my dad got so pissed. He did not want that in his house. And it's sad because it was such an important movie about humans. But yeah, I remember it very well.
What was your very first LGBTQ movie you went and saw in a theater?
Oh, shit. In the theater. I am not sure. Oh my God, I don't know.
I remember it explicitly because it's like I felt scandalous doing it. I went by myself. I went to a theater across town. It's like, this is my first, I was still kind of in the closet and everything, but I went and saw Harry Hamlin making love, Michael O'Keefe.
So
that was my very first film that I saw. And I remember I was feeling scandalous at the time.
Yeah. I know.
I remember that so clearly.
Such a good movie. I love that movie, but I watched it on video. I can't think of the first. All I can think of is Bros, but that was like 2 years ago. So I'm not sure. I don't remember. That's crazy. Wow, maybe Rent? Oh, wow. I don't even know. Yeah. I watched most of my queer films were always video because
the
world for a long time.
I mean, unless you're in a big city, they don't have those little art house things.
Oh, I love a good indie film, indie theater. Give me that any time. I'll take it. We have some indie film houses in Spokane, and I love going. They always play the good stuff.
Exactly. Well, we have we're actually filming 2 episodes because of the holidays today, and we have a very special guest for our next episode that's in the lobby. So we got to wrap this up here in a bit.
That's an on time.
Any last words of advice or anything as we go into this holiday season, Jonny?
Yeah, my word of advice is to not only I would manage your own expectations and just enjoy it. The holidays should be about enjoying don't feel pressure. If just enjoy each other. That's what I would say. It makes it way more a better time for you. So just manage your expectations and don't get lost in the pressure.
Well said. I agree 100%. If you're feeling lonely, the best thing to do is volunteer. Find
Yeah.
yourself an LGBT organization, a soup kitchen, anything
Yeah.
you want to. Find a way to be with others and give back. I mean, people say it all the time. Giving back is the best way to make you feel good about yourself, and I think it's very
Exactly.
true.
Yeah.
Doing something great for the community. So, and a lot of people are going to feel lonely over the holiday season. So,
Yeah. It happens. Get yourself a fur baby if you need. They're great.
there you go. Exactly. Make sure you can take care of it. Make sure you can
Yeah.
take
Oh,
care of it.
yes.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I love that.
Well,
Well, guys, thanks so much for tuning in to Bears of a Certain Age. We're in our first week of December here. The holiday season is up. We will have shows for you probably all week long. We did miss last week's episode because we had some stuff going on for the holidays. We had a repeat, but I think we're going to be pretty much live through the New Year's, and we'll go
right.
from there. And we'll might be revamping ourselves by the New Year. So who
You
knows?
never know. Keep in touch. Tell us how you're
We
going
have
to
a certain age, unfortunately. Wink, wink. But what do you know? Maybe we won't be bears. Maybe we'll be twinks when we come back in January.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Or what did we
No.
say? What was that? Owls? Or what were we talking about?
Oh, yeah. Owls was one I'd never heard of. Yeah. I have no desire to be a twink, so we're good.
All right. Well, guys, we appreciate you listening to Bears of a Certain Age. You can always follow us on Instagram, on Threads, on I guess that's pretty much it, Instagram and Threads. You can always email us at podcastbears@gmail.com. We love hearing from you. Love to put you on the air. Just let us know. Have a great week, everyone, and beginning of the holiday season. Talk to you next week, Jonny. Thank you. Bye-bye.